You need them. Andy, it's early on in the season. This is where teams start to really figure out what they're working with. And if you're Lincoln Southwest, you're feeling good right now. You're 2-0 on this season. Grand Island on the flip side, 0-2. It'll be interesting to see how things play out tonight, but certainly you'd say the Silverhawks are the favorite.
They got to be the favorite, and Coach Barrett is going to be working on a lot of different things because last year was kind of an up and down season for them. They started off hot, then they had a lull, then they had to have this meeting in the middle of the season where they were able to bounce back, make a really good run at the end there. They want to be a little bit more consistent this year, so you can bet a game like this gives you an opportunity to try and work out some of those kinks early on.
Mentioned Grand Island 0-2, struggled to score in their first games against Papillion La Vista South and Columbus. Lincoln Southwest, they were able to grab a pretty marquee win over Lincoln Northeast, another one of those teams in the capital city that's expected to compete at the highest level, so they're riding high off of that victory over the Rockets.
Yeah, and Coach Langware for Grand Island, she's going to be one to working on a myriad of things as well. It's going to be a little bit more simplified, like just getting the ball across half court, beating the 10-second, breaking the press, little things, good passes, making yourself available on offense. So it's two teams that might be on a little bit different plateaus, but they're both going to be trying to work on some fundamentals here tonight.
Well, let's talk key players for both of these teams. First off, for the home team, Lincoln Southwest, Kennedy Williams, you may have heard the name, Husker commit for not only basketball, but softball as well. Andy, she was hurt for the majority of last season, came back at the end and was the reason why they made the playoffs. She's back and is the senior leader, the heart and soul of this team this year.
Lone senior at that, and you're exactly right. She is the team leader, and they're at their best when she's on the court. She's a true point guard, and it really allows for their offense to get into a rhythm, to get set, to generate plays, to generate points, right? When Williams is on the court, they are a different team.
For Grand Island, we're going from a senior for Southwest to a freshman for the Islanders. Lily Goodwin, she's a tall freshman who is leading this young, inexperienced team, averaging 3 points a game and 2 rebounds. But, you know, you talk about building for the future, and when you have a young, talented player, you want to see what she can do, and she'll be doing it, you imagine, for 4 years.
Well, we kind of hinted at the difference of the teams in their makeup, and Goodwin's a perfect example of that. A talented freshman that's a post player, a presence inside. She's going to be working on her defense, protecting the rim, because they got some pretty good post players here at Southwest. And then if they can get her going more offensively, she's their leading scorer. She needs to build on that. And no better time, no better place than here in Lincoln.
We're 5 minutes to tip here in Lincoln for a girls and boys doubleheader between Lincoln Southwest and Grand Island. Stay with us. You're watching Friday Night Basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
The pregame show is brought to you by Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always. And by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com. NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
A partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination. Welcome back. 2 minutes and 50 seconds till we get this thing going. A perfect time to take a look at our school spotlight, brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. So taking a look, first off with the visiting Grand Island Islanders out in central Nebraska's Hall County, population over 50,000. One of the largest enrollment totals in all of the state in Class A, and you look at this Islander girls program, they do have a lone championship in 1979, runners-up in 78 and 80. That was this program's glory years they're hoping to eventually get back to.
And maybe it starts here tonight. We mentioned they have a very young roster. Maybe not the best place to start a run like that, but you got to start somewhere, and you got to start to build.
As for the Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest, obviously in the southwest portion of the capital city, enrollment at nearly 1,600. They were one of the newer schools in Lincoln, made just after 2000, but now there's a couple others in Standing Bear and Lincoln Northwest. They have made the postseason, Andy, 7 straight years. They were runners-up in 19 and 22, state champs in 2017.
Yeah, pretty impressive what they've been able to do as of late, the last 5-10 years alone. And they're not just good in basketball, softball, swimming, diving, other things. Just a tremendous women's athletic department here at Southwest Lincoln High School.
Well, we are nearing a minute to go until tip-off. Glad that you're with us for this girls and boys doubleheader early on in the high school basketball season. Talked about these two teams' records. Grand Island 0-2. They fell to Papillion La Vista South 16-73 last Thursday. Then had a tough one against Columbus 9-57 on Saturday. As for Lincoln Southwest, they started the season with a 53-27 victory over North Platte. And then, as mentioned earlier in this pregame, a quality win over Lincoln Northeast, 57-49. Coach Beretta was really proud about that result for his squad. Yeah,
and that's one of those type of victories that can really propel you into kickstarting the season that you're looking for. When you test yourself early, you come out on the right side, or you at least come away with some positives. That's what you're looking for, and that's what they've been able to accomplish early on here.
We'll take another break, tip-off and starters when we return here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Looking for a car that isn't new but is new to you? Midway's got it. Over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and sport utilities now at Midway in Kearney. And each comes with a 30-day exchange privilege. Midway Auto Dealerships in Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
At Zollner Ford, come and see our great selection of new Ford vehicles. Whether you're looking to buy new or you need a car serviced, it's our pleasure to assist you. Our online website makes shopping even easier. Browse our massive inventory of vehicles or schedule your next maintenance appointment. We even offer drop-off and pickup services. Stop by today or visit us online at zollnerofbeatrice.com.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Welcome back here to Lincoln Southwest. Starting lineups being announced. First off, the Islanders. Nia Wall, Lily Goodwin, who we highlighted, the freshman, Ellie Ward, Lydia Yusuf, and Asia Gavrik. Your starters for the Lady Islanders. And now the Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest. Brenly Norlinger, Hayden Rathie, Kennedy Williams, Emma Dostal, and Eleanor Griffin. You see Williams leading the way with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 steals a game. You know, leading about every category, but she has a great supporting cast. Griffin is averaging 13, Rathie averaging 7, and you have Norlinger and Dostal rounding out the starting 5, each averaging 5 apiece.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this Southwest squad is how everyone has a defined role. You know, their point guards might not be the tallest, but their post players have great length and presence. They camp out down the lane. They got great wing players that like to slash and dash. Everyone knows where they're supposed to be, and you got a true point guard, 2-guard, wingman, and a center, and they all work together, much like those kind of throwback basketball teams used to do in that vintage NBA era of like Larry Bird and those guys.
Those were the good old days.
The good old days, yep.
Well, we're glad you're with us here because the good old days of basketball here in the state of Nebraska have returned. This is officially week 2 of the high school basketball season, and we're just about to tip things off on a Friday night here on News Channel Nebraska Lincoln Southwest, hosting Grand Island. As we are now underway, the Silverhawks get the tip. And so Nia Wall has the tough task of trying to match up with Williams at the top of the zone, and GI forcing a turnover here.
Hey, the 1-2-2 zone, as you mentioned there, Brandon, gets the job done. Hands up, hands out.
Wall just unable to get it to Yusuf there, and the Silverhawks get the ball back.
See, and those are those little things I was talking about in the pregame where you got to go to the ball. You got to go to the basketball. Help your point guard out. Those are the little things that Grand Island needs to work on.
Open 3 from the top of the key. A little bit strong from Griffin. And it'll stay here. Now this Silverhawks team, we talked about Williams being that lone senior, but also do bring back Dostal and Rathie as 2 other starters, as Williams' 3 from the corner doesn't drop. But he says, Coach Tim Beretta, that we've got a lot of young talent and we're not expecting much of a drop-off at all, and they're just going to step into those roles, and he expects them to fill them successfully. There's a high-low action.
Little travel.
Travel called on Griffin.
No, good execution up to the point of that travel. And, yeah, it always helps when you have a young team, a young lineup like they have here at Lincoln Southwest, that you have that lone senior who's a true leader, and you know you have that in Kennedy Williams. Help setting up this program for a lot of success for years to come.
Norlinger back to Williams. Quick ball movement from the Silverhawks. Dostal's shot doesn't fall. Back out to Williams, and she buries it for the first points of the night.
Yeah, just an excellent shooter from the perimeter. She had a really good look on an inbounds play where she actually lulled the defense to sleep. It was just off the mark. Not the case that time.
Quick 3-0, but net for Ward.
Okay.
The Islanders answering right back, and then quickly the other way. There's a layup in transition for Dostal.
Silverhawks really like to push the tempo. You saw it right there.
And Coach Langrer for the Islanders will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Lincoln Southwest leading 5-3 early on here on News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
And welcome back. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen here on News Channel Nebraska. 5-3 is your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today. That will be a travel against GI.
Yusuf just with that extra half step there kind of drug the foot as well. Easy call for the officials. Tonight's officials, by the way, Kelsey Appleby. We had her a number of times last season. Amy Stevens and Doug Vike doing both the boys and girls games here tonight.
Good rebound by Gavrek off of the miss from Norlinger. Wall backs it back up. Tough defense from Williams. Now ball in the hands of Yusuf. And Yusuf all the way to the rack. We're tied 5-5.
Excellent little spin move at the 15-foot line. Back around, under control. A little scoop shot there, Brandon, down the right side of the lane.
Kick out to the corner to Griffin. Off the iron, Wall with the board. Now we have a scramble. Williams gets the loose ball and puts it in.
Yeah, you can never let your guard down. We've seen that happen a couple of times now to the Islanders. Got to earn every inch against Southwest.
Pass deflected, stolen. The Silverhawks with a 3-on-1. And Griffin heads to the line.
Yeah, that half-court press, causing some problems, and those are some of the things that we're thinking that Grand Island was going to have to work on.
Mentioned some of the youth coming up this year. Griffin, a sophomore, and not bad, averaging 13 points a contest.
Not
Second,
bad.
just behind Williams.
Not bad at all, and for just being a sophomore, already has that 6-foot frame, so she might not be done grown. You never know.
Talked about the fact that Lincoln Northeast, that victory for the Silverhawks was a good one. Griffin, while she plays inside, hit 2 big threes down the stretch in that game to help the Silverhawks to get that victory. Here they come, 3-on-2.
Double dribble.
Nice effort there. That was Audrey Williams, freshman for the Islanders, that forced the double dribble. A reminder that this first quarter is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor here on News Channel Nebraska. Wall trying to back down Griffin, who blocks her.
Oh,
and we have
there we go.
and one. Niawal John. Chance for the three-point play.
John doing an excellent job collapsing down in the lane, not giving up on the play, getting that offensive board after the block and playing through the contact.
And an offensive board off of the miss, grabbed by Yusuf. And that pass is jumped by Hayden Rathie. Here come the Silverhawks. Williams to Dostal. Dostal is fouled by Williams.
Yeah, Dostal's so good at finishing there. Williams got put in a pretty tough spot. I tell you what, when Lincoln Southwest gets their transition game going, they're an awful lot to handle.
Another look at the replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Dostal hits her first. Have some substitutions. Emerson Wells, a freshman for the Silverhawks, is on. Piper Bellamy, and also Ainsley Trainer.
Yeah, sophomores and freshmen. It's a very young lineup Coach Berder has here.
Miscommunication and a turnover there by GI. And some substitutions for the Islanders as well. Emmy Ward, Goodwin is back in, and also re-entering is Ellie Ward. A 9-7 lead for Lincoln Southwest here, at just past the halfway point in quarter number one. Have to give it to the Islanders right now, not afraid of
another turnover.
The opponent they're going against here on the road.
I like how they're mixing it up right there. You saw a little man-to-man defense.
And there's some good defense by Williams, anticipating the pass, taking it coast to coast.
She's done that a couple of times now where she's kind of coaxing you to pass the ball where she's looking to jump the pass, and there you saw it executed to perfection.
There she was applying pressure with the full court press, but she's called for the foul.
There's one little thing there, Brandon, that, you know, Kennedy could maybe work on. The way she kind of threw her hands up and looked up in the sky. The officials don't necessarily like that, and, you know, they're going to remember that too, those refs throughout the season.
Well, a reminder, this broadcast is made possible thanks to United Healthcare, where small towns matter.
Okay, so we already saw Ward hit a three. I thought she drew a foul there, but no, it's going to be a turnover. Southwest getting the ball back.
Now under 3 to go. 11-7 your score on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Silverhawks working it inside to Wells, and she draws the foul.
Freshman on freshman there, and just had Goodwin and giving up a little bit of size, and she's too far underneath the rim to really do anything. Nice bounce pass, that entry pass. You know I like that.
Also Wells, as mentioned, a freshman. She's the third Wells to come through Lincoln Southwest program, and in fact, it's a big weekend for her sisters who were Silverhawks. Reagan and Riley, both playing soccer for Washburn, who is in the semifinals of the Division II national tournament that will be played on Saturday.
Well, good luck to the Wells family, right?
So mom and dad are in North Carolina preparing for that, watching the two older daughters, and the fourth Wells plays for Pius as a sophomore, and we'll be seeing her tomorrow on NCN.
Well, it's okay then that they're in North Carolina because they can just stream NCN wherever they're at, right?
And I do have confirmation that that is what they're doing. 11-7 here with 2:15 to go in quarter number one, and it's a jump ball.
Really got to admire the effort that Grand Island's playing with here. We already mentioned how they're switching things up defensively. I like that. They're not just getting to like a 2-3 zone and just sitting in it. No, they're challenging the Silverhawks here. They're going from man-to-man back to a 1-2-2. They've caused some problems. They've caused some turnovers here, and they're right there, only down by 4, 11-7.
Wells with the steal. Taking it to the glass. Shot is blocked. Ends up in the hands of her teammate, Piper Bellamy, who gets the 2.
Now, come on. Aren't you going to call that an assist, a pass off the defense?
Let's do, yeah, it's an assist. I like it. It was a 50-50, and yeah, I like where your head's at.
We're generous to everyone.
We at least try. As Piper Bellamy gets the 2 there, and it's now a 6-point advantage for the Silverhawks. Goodwin trying to back down. Wells shoots it, and it's Wells short. Southwest basketball.
Goodwin did a really nice job backing down, just a little off balance when she went up for that little half left-handed hook shot. Didn't put enough on it.
Nice move there for Bellamy, just doesn't fall for her. As we near the minute mark here in quarter number 1. Stolen away, Chloe Kreifels gets the easy land.
Yeah, this team's so guard heavy. Not surprised that we've seen multiple guards create turnovers and getting an easy bucket on the other end.
3 is short. Southwest pushing the tempo. Pass up to Wells from Norlinger. Swung around to the top of the key. 3-pointers buried by Bellamy.
Yeah, so tough to defend, and you got to like how Wells hit that extra gear to go track down that ball. Started the process of working around the horn. Open 3.
18-7 is your score as the Silverhawks take a timeout here right before the break. 5 different scores for the Silverhawks, and they've sort of hit another gear in this second half of the first quarter.
Yeah, they really got into their strong suit, and that is getting into transition, off the turnover. They're extending their defense out. We saw it early with Kennedy Williams jumping some passing lanes. You know, it looked like that entry pass was open. It wasn't. She was sitting right off to the side. Looked like a sneaky defensive back in football. You know, those nickel backs playing, you know, just off, daring that quarterback to throw the ball inside.
So coming out of the timeout, looks like Southwest will back off on the full court pressure. Shot clock's turned off. John is double teamed, gets it out to Emmy Ward. Ellie Ward likes that spot, hit a 3 there earlier.
I tell you what, after Grand Island was able to clear that ball, get out of some trouble, that was a good look. We saw Ward hit that 3, as you mentioned, from that exact spot. She was wide open.
And yeah, the clock never started on the inbound, so the official is going to talk to the scorers table.
Kelsey Appleby all over it. So this is a spot where Grand Island has to be aware that, look, you got under 4 or 5 seconds to work with here. Whatever you do, it's got to happen quick.
Wall throws it up. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Silverhawks leading Grand Island 18-7 here in Lincoln. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
The magic of the holidays start at Schaefer's with a dash of savings on everything you need to make your home ready for family, feasts, and friends. Remake your home for the holidays interest-free at Schaefer's. Just arrived, a large selection of Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. And for a limited time, all new Quiet KitchenAid dishwashers are wrapped with savings and free installation. So hurry in now during Schaefer's interest-free holiday spree.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven.
And welcome back here on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. Southwest with an 11-point advantage after one, but Andy, good things being shown by Grand Island. And yes, the Silverhawks did separate themselves a little more at the end of the first quarter, but GI has put up, after scoring 9 points all of a game against Columbus the last time out, they put up 7 against a very good team thus far as Williams starts off the second quarter with a 3.
Yeah, able to get to her spot there, that corner 3, nothing but nylon. But yes, we have seen some good things, some improvement here from Grand Island from, their previous 2 games to now. I like their hustle on defense, and on offense, they're getting into attack mode. They're finding scores, the ball in space, and getting some things to go like you're seeing right here.
It was a strong take by Yusuf, just didn't go for. Williams wide open from the other side. This time can't get it to drop, and we have a jump ball.
Yeah, and this is a deal where, Grand Island, if they're in a zone, then everyone has to get to their spot, but they really they have to guard that three-point line. There's too many excellent shooters here for Southwest. You just can't get off that line. Otherwise, they're going to pull the trigger like you just saw right there.
Quick trigger from Wall just off the back of the iron. And now the Silverhawks with a 5-on-1. And hesitation doesn't go there for Jacera Wilson.
Garridge trailing the play, gets the rebound.
Well, 6.5 to go here in the second quarter, which is brought to you by O Street Carpet. Check out Steve Carper and the crew at 17th and O and O Street Carpet as you have a layup going in there for Rathie.
Yeah, a little miscommunication at the top there for Grand Island. Williams, excellent job with the bounce pass feed for the assist.
Nice block there by Griffin. Rathie with a path to the basket, and she has the nice touch.
Really nice touch there, blowing by her defender. She also caught a little bit of a screen there from Kendi Williams, helping her partner out.
A 7-0 run for the Silverhawks here in this second quarter. Nice strong take from the freshman Goodwin.
Goodwin, once again, nice simple drop step move, but you can't rest. You can't take a play off. It happens in a hurry with Southwest. That's our strong suit, getting out and running with the ball.
So that's Griffin on the other end with the basket for the Silverhawks. 27-9 your score. A reminder that this broadcast is made possible thanks to Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
Multiple substitutions here for Grand Island.
It's Rathy deflected the inbounds pass. Inbounded to Emmy Ward. Now back up top to Wall. Shot clock at 5. Gabriella Smith, 2, has to throw it up. And it's a violation, which helps the Islanders in this case.
I was going to say, Southwest was getting into their transition. That kind of, I think, saved a bucket for Grand Island. Multiple starters checking back into the game. I got to think they got a quick message there from Coach Langrare, and now they're ready to get back into it.
Kick to the corner. Off the iron from Griffin. Good effort by Rathy.
Wow.
And it's a basket for Norlinger.
Norlinger doing a great job taking advantage of the hustle play from Rathy.
20-point lead now for the Silverhawks. Kennedy Williams, tough defense on Aubrey Williams.
That's another thing that you're quick to notice with Lincoln Southwest. They play a lot of man-to-man, Brandon, but they also got this deal where whoever's closest to that ball can peel off, and they set that double team at really anywhere on the court. A lot of times, you know, on the outside of the three-point line, that takes a lot of communication and players understanding that, hey, I'm going to have to rotate over because we're down a man, and they do it so well. I mean, as good as any team I've seen so far early this season.
It's a foul on Niawal John, putting Emma Dostal at the line. A reminder that our halftime highlights are just around the corner, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. Dostal with 4 points after knocking down that first free throw. Another look at the foul. You have Wells and Piper Bellamy who have checked back in for the Silverhawks. Just past the halfway point here in quarter number 2. And
travel. Yep.
Gonna say
Bellamy knew it. Up. Yep, she knew it right away. As soon as she lifted her knee up, that was going to be a travel. Love the hustle, going down and getting that loose ball, tracking it down.
Tough defense there by Williams, deflecting it out of play. Silverhawks basketball off the turnover, 3:38 to go before halftime.
Talking about how guard-heavy Southwest is. Norlinger is now manning the point. That would usually be Kennedy Williams, but we're talking about working on different things, working on different sets. This is going to allow Williams to play that 2 guard.
And Williams with the basket. Hard foul, but a chance for a 3-point play, and let's take another look at this.
Yeah, hard foul, and you can tell Williams was going for the ball there, but definitely got Kennedy Williams with the body, and you know, good sportsmanship being shown there as the Lady Islander went to help the Silverhawk up after that, you know, heavy contact play.
$12 points for Kennedy Williams. We mentioned the fact that it's going to the Huskers to play both basketball and softball. We haven't mentioned it, most people know, but in case you don't, also the daughter of Amy Williams. So,
oh, really?
That's a thing too.
The the Nebraska basketball coach.
Yep.
Okay, so
that's the connection.
I always thought she looked like she plays like a coach's daughter. And okay, I'm connecting some dots here.
Coach Berta will tell you that as well. She's another coach on the court, and absolutely makes his job a lot easier. He was the first to admit it.
Yeah.
Hey, when I have Kennedy out there, in fact, he said while she was hurt, last summer and throughout last year, she was calling sets for the team and plays to run more so than apparently he was at times.
Coach, you can take a break here, head back to the concessions. It's all good. I got it.
Well, and there's Williams on the breakaway. Excellent effort by Wall to block it.
Oh, you got to love that if you're an Islander fan. We talked about all the youth up and down this squad, but look at the fight. Look at the hustle. Wall getting back, knocking that ball out of bounds. Give her a block.
32-9 as it's worked inside to Bellamy. She kicks it back out. 3 doesn't fall for Stauffer.
That's a couple rebounds back-to-back here for Goodwin. Doing a nice job using her frame, that length. Only a freshman.
Getting closer to halftime, and our Columbus Community Hospital halftime show at Columbus Community Hospital. Your health matters. Nice straight-up defense by Wells to get the block.
See how she moved her body with that offensive player. As you mentioned, didn't get into the guard. Get another look at it here on the BCH instant replay.
Now she's guarding Goverick. Back out to Williams. And stolen away.
See, that's that double team I'm talking about. Wall with another. Come from behind block.
This time denying Trainer the opportunity for an easy lay-in. He
That's
got
all
that down.
That's all ball. That was a great look at it. Fantastic work from our camera crew down there courtside.
Quick ball movement inside to Wells, and she's fouled.
Yeah, just really good job working the ball around the perimeter, entry pass, getting it to the block.
And this will stay with the Silverhawks here. A reminder that all Lincoln High School sports on News Channel Nebraska is proudly presented by Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Also, high school coverage on NCN is presented by Ashley Furniture. Visit your local Ashley store or go to ashley.com.
There we go. That zone defense collapsing in, clogging up the middle.
Long 2 on the way. Doesn't go. Nice rebound. The putback won't fall for Yusuf. And it's been a little bit tougher sledding here for the Islanders here in the second quarter. Just 2 points as we near the minute mark.
Yeah, it's like the defensive pressure got taken up a notch from that first period to the second. Excellent ball movement once again. Silverhawks playing inside out, finding the bigs down low for the easy left-handed lay-in.
That was Wilson finding Wells for her first bucket of the evening. Baseline jumper doesn't go. Rebound Islanders. Coverage here on News Channel Nebraska is brought to you in part thanks to Zollner Ford, Lincoln in Beatrice.
Coach Langrare, another line change, 4 substitutions here for the Lady Islanders. Oh, Garich with the block.
Under 20 to play. And it'll be Silverhawk basketball.
Gotta go. 5 seconds.
And a travel is the call.
Credit John extending her defense out there. I don't think the wing was ready for that defense to be extended out, causing a turnover, a travel.
Long three to round out the half. It's short. And that will do it here for the first 2 quarters. Lincoln Southwest leading Grand Island 34-9 here on News Channel Nebraska. Stay with us. Your halftime show when we return.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech Program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech Program and become part of the Landmark difference.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
That is literally the funniest thing ever.
And then I said,
It wasn't. But this guy could use a win. Even if it's not as big of a win as I get with free Kasasa Cash checking. Kasasa Cash pays me a really high rate and refunds ATM withdrawal fees nationwide. So I feel like a queen. Has a mega bank ever made you feel that way? Or is it more like this guy? Take back banking with Kasasa Cash.
Get Kasasa checking at Liberty First Credit Union.
My dad's addiction and death from overdosing on opioids has taught me it's likely that everybody knows somebody who is struggling with this very problem. Losing my mentor, my best friend, he took one pill too many that ultimately killed him.
And welcome back. Andy, the Emeralds just coming off the court here. A great performance for the home crowd. And, you know, your job as a color announcer is to know the added stuff that goes on at these schools. And they're a pretty good dance team from what we understand.
Yes, they are. Nationally ranked dance team just took the stage. And, yeah, they put on quite the show. You can see that they're very deserving of that ranking.
Well, we're at 6.5 remaining here before third quarter action. A great time to jump into our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers here on News Channel Nebraska. So started early off, high-low action for the Silverhawks. Ball inside to Eleanor Griffin, who has 3 points on the afternoon and evening thus far. Kennedy Williams, the future Husker, Andy, she was doing a lot. She hit 2 threes and is leading all scorers currently with 12 points.
She also has a few takeaways, just that complete point guard that you love to have.
But you saw the Williams three early on, and Ellie Ward says, hey, I'll answer right back and knock down a three of my own. Islanders put up 7 points in the first quarter, and there's a nice basket by Lydia Youssef as well.
Yeah, the aggressive nature worked out really well for the Islanders in that first period.
Tough defense and loose ball leads to an easy lay-in for Williams. Again, she's leading all scorers with 12, and there's another situation where defense turns into offense.
Yeah, back-to-back steals leads to easy lay-ins for Williams. That's a big part of her game.
Here, Emerson Wells keeping the ball in, and then just the quick ball movement ends up in the hands of Piper Bellamy, who knocks down the three. It's 18-7 after the first, and now working it inside to Wells, the freshman, who gets the bucket as well. The Silverhawks rolling here at the break, 34-9.
Yeah, and those last couple of highlights were done by freshmen and super sophomores, a young team, minus the lone senior Kennedy Williams. You got to love the balance that the Lady Silverhawks have out on the court.
And again, those halftime highlights are brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. 34-9 here at halftime. Stay with us. More when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Tom Dinsdale Automotive is celebrating our 20th anniversary. 20 years of building lifelong relationships. 20 years of providing superior customer experiences. 20 years of supporting the community. For 20 years, we've been building trust and loyalty by treating every customer like family on every visit. We're proud to serve Grand Island and the surrounding areas. Thank you for 20 great years, and we look forward to many more. Help us celebrate 20 years of service. Stop in today.
The magic of the holidays start at Schaefer's with a dash of savings on everything you need to make your home ready for family, feasts, and friends. Holiday savings are easy to find on Frigidaire and Electrolux appliances at Schaefer's. Right now, when you buy this all-new front-load laundry pair with matching pedestals, save over $1,000. Now that's a holiday miracle. So hurry in now during Schaefer's interest-free holiday spree.
Hey there, sports fans. Looking for a winning play to make your game day complete? Look no further than Speedy Mart, your family-owned neighborhood convenience store. Score big with the wide range of snacks, drinks, and fuel for the road that will keep the whole crew cheering. And here's the kicker. Our friendly atmosphere and convenient location make every visit a slam dunk. So rally the family and head to Speedy Mart for the ultimate game day experience.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Some jobs are hard work. Long hours. Busy days. Late nights. But there's something in us that keeps us going when we know what we're doing is making a difference in someone's life. Because it's the hardest jobs that are the most important, and that pride you feel makes it more than worth the effort. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Partner in your everyday since 1975. Woodhouse.
Welcome back to Lincoln Southwest High School. Brandon Axelman, Andy Klassen with you for the girls and boys doubleheader here on News Channel Nebraska. It's all Silverhawks heading to the third quarter. And Andy, no surprise, Kennedy Williams is leading the charge with 12 points for the Silverhawks.
Nice balance, scoring in transition, also finding some open threes. The Silverhawks do so many things well, but it all starts with that defense and how they're able to communicate and play man-to-man, and then that help will peel off and a lot of times get an easy steal. But you can't do that without the help on the backside.
Williams wide open there, unable to knock down the three. Gets it back out to her, swings it to Norlinger, back to Williams.
Good hustle from Wall. We've seen that all game long.
She had a couple of very nice blocks as well that we showed several times. She has that just tenacity and that defensive acumen, if you will, just sort of acumen. That's the word. There we go.
And she's got the frame, the length, the speed to kind of put it all together.
And that one just off the glass from Ward. And a rare turnover by the Silverhawks.
They don't see that too often. That's another testament to their demeanor, how well they're coached. But, I mean, a lot of times when a team likes to play up-tempo, it comes with a few turnovers. It's not necessarily the case here.
Another scramble for it. Grand Island comes away with the loose ball. Up to Goodwin, the freshman, gets her second field goal of the night.
Excellent job going baseline, knowing where she was on the court, then hustling back and getting that rebound. Couple back-to-back nice plays from Goodwin.
Double team from the Silverhawks. Foul is called.
So that's that double team I'm talking about, where that extra defender has the confidence to leave their man alone, knowing that you're going to have help rotate over.
Well, coverage tonight is presented thanks to Tom Dinsdale Automotive, which is proud to be community-driven, delivering great deals and outstanding service in the Grand Island area. Check them out at dinsdaleauto.com. Up to Williams, who's leading the break. Dostal to Williams, who's wide open, and she knocks it down.
That was a deep one as well, but yeah, you cannot leave number 1-5 open anywhere.
Two minutes gone nearly here in the third quarter. And Wall pulls up.
Ooh.
Strong. Back up to Williams. Nice pass. Layup doesn't go for Dostal.
Dostal's kind of kicking herself there. That was a really good look in transition set up by Williams. Nice little feed. See how Williams kind of posted up there like she might take a jumper, led the defender out. Bounce pass around.
Good effort there by Rathy, but it will stay with GI. And Dostal with the pickpocket and the basket. Chance for a three-point play.
Saw how Dostal used her body there to shield the ball from the defender. Got on her backside, her back hip there. That allowed her to absorb that contact. The clear path. Lay one off the window.
Scramble on the floor. Jump ball, and it's possession arrow to the Silverhawks.
Another youngster, Trainer, coming into the game.
Three is up. Offensive board by Trainer, you just mentioned. Still a scramble. Norlinger gets tied up with John, and now it'll be Grand Islands off the jump.
Yeah, both teams continue to hustle away here. Grand Island need to get someone to inbound the ball here.
Well, this third quarter is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab, our third quarter sponsor. It's going to be another foul on Audrey Williams. Actually, they give it to John. And now we have mass substitutions for the Islanders. Step back three on the way, just a little long from Yusuf. Now over to Norlinger.
Little patience being shown here by Southwest, trying to figure out this zone defense.
Foul issued to John. Wells posting up inside, gets her
nice
defender
move.
in the air and gets the basket.
Excellent job keeping that pivot foot live. She was able to free herself up, going to her right. It's one of those moves that you like to see from your post player.
Nice strong take on the other end for the Islanders. That's Lily Goodwin.
Tell you what, the Islanders got something going on with this freshman Goodwin.
She's leading GI with 6 points. 4 of them here in this third quarter. Silverhawks work it back to Wells. He passes it off to Bellamy. And then Bellamy's called for the foul.
Yusuf, one of the players that has a little size, a little length to him for Grand Island, doing a pretty good job that time. Boxing out, getting position, then drawing the foul.
Well, coverage tonight is brought to you in part thanks to Zollner Ford Lincoln of Beatrice. Williams with the steal. And it's an easy two.
Yeah, players like Kennedy Williams, they always seem to be at the right place at the right time. Well, That's not all luck. She puts herself in that position.
An Islander turnover. Loose ball falls to Wells, and she's heading back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Silverhawks able to gather another offensive rebound that led to that second shot opportunity.
So 5 points and counting for Wells coming off the bench.
Freshman having just a solid performance, you know.
One of 2 freshmen on this varsity team, along with Trainer, and then the majority of the players sophomores. 6 of them on the roster.
You know, I'm just looking at all the recent, state championship banners across from us here. You got girls state champion golf in 2022, girls track and field the same year, girls swimming and diving 2022, girls softball 2021. I mean, it's just amazing the success the women's programs in general have been able to accomplish here the past 3, 4, 5 years. Lincoln Southwest.
Mentioned the fact, too, it's been 7 straight years to the state tournament for this program. And nothing has changed with the expectations this season.
That's one of the things I kind of admire about head coach Berder. You know, sometimes they kind of shy away from that. As we have a good-looking 3-ball from Yusuf. She continues to take her shot.
And then Yusuf with the steal. And it's ripped back away. It's in the hands of Wells, and she's going back to shoot 2. .2:22 remaining in the third. 44-16 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. High School Lincoln Sports on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Coverage is also presented by Ashley Furniture. Visit your local Ashley store or go to ashley.com.
A little bit of a scramble there. Silverhawks end up with it, and Wells back at the free throw line. As I was saying there with Berders, he kind of confronts the pressure, the expectations, and openly talks about it and admits it like, yeah, we're expecting to get back to state. I like my chances.
Wells did knock down that second free throw as we near the 2-minute mark. Another scramble. And possession arrow points to Southwest.
Wall once again laying it all on the line there. Number 3. The Lady Islanders.
Kick out to Kreifels. And the Islanders steal it away.
I think that was Wall that got her hand in there.
The Silverhawks force another turnover. We're under 90 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Rebound from Wells off the hard shot from Stauffer.
Good take from another sophomore Stauffer. She's a little heavy off the old glass.
I'm going to say she made that move with authority, though. She was all in on it.
Yeah, blew by the defender.
It's now bonus for the Silverhawks.
And there's your center, Wells, there to clean it up, just doing her part, filling her role.
Neither drops for Wells on that occasion.
Piper Bellamy's going to check back into the game for the foul shots.
More tough defense from the Silverhawks.
Oh, that was the right idea there from Grand Island, trying to execute a play. And it's Goodwin once again with the rebound. Southwest off the mark on a couple shots.
Again, a reminder that this is the first of a doubleheader tonight here on News Channel Nebraska. Boys game to follow. And we'll also be having basketball for you on Saturday as well. And we're staying in the capital city. Bellevue West coming to Pius for a girls and boys doubleheader. For those in our south viewing area, the majority of the state. If you're in the northeast Nebraska portion of the state, you'll see GACC and Crofton. Coverage is brought to you in part thanks to Midway CDJ. Find out more by going to thinkmidway.com. Final seconds of this third quarter, and a three goes down for Stauffer.
Nice set play, Stauffer, quick trigger, shooting with some confidence out there.
And that'll send us to the final 8 minutes, 48-16 after 3 here in Lincoln. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com and by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on Twitter at NCN Sports for more highlights, interviews, rankings, and our full schedule.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action here on News Channel Nebraska, Lincoln Southwest. Leading Grand Island, Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. Grand Island, again, having a solid third quarter. First quarter, they had 7 points. Second quarter, just 2. Another strong showing in the third. We highlighted it in the pregame that this was a game we assumed that based on records and personnel, Southwest would win. But if you're the Islanders, you're looking at, progressing, improving from game to game. And they've certainly done that as opposed to their 9-57 loss against Columbus last time out.
They're figuring out ways to score the basketball here with 16 points, staying aggressive, trying to work the ball inside. We've also seen a couple, timely threes. Ward hit that one early.
And there's a strong rebound by Williams. 3 from the wing goes down for Norlinger.
Yeah, good ball movement once again, finding shooters in space. Good looking drive from Yusuf, just kind of rimmed out on her.
Gets in the hands of Griffin.
See, and that's kind of, that's tough to deal with when your starting center, 6-foot center, snags that rebound in stride, and then she starts the drive, the transition the other way. Someone's got to step up and stop ball. Nice move from Griffin, and Williams looking her up, making it look easy.
5 points now for Griffin. Something we haven't hit on yet, but we did see it in the third quarter is the new free throw rule, Andy.
Right.
No longer 1-and-1s, and it's a total that resets every quarter, but after 5 fouls, it's just what would be known as a double bonus in years past. 2 shots for each team.
Yeah. We were talking about that a little bit last night. I was on the Beatrice Norris game between, not Norris, Crete. A couple talented teams down there in southeast Nebraska, by the way. But yeah, we saw that at firsthand, and then we also saw the shot clock come into play on a couple possessions where you would have saw a couple teams try to run the ball out, and maybe go for a last shot with 59 seconds left. And no, it forced the issue, and we saw an additional 3-4 possessions and a lot of action to close out a half where you wouldn't have saw that. You would have just saw, somebody standing at the half-court line with the ball. So in that regard, I love that rule change. Got to see a lot more basketball played in the final minute rather than a guy just standing there with the ball on his hip. This one, I kind of like how the 1-and-1, you had to earn it. You had to knock down that front end to get the opportunity to score the second one.
Certainly interesting to see how it'll play out and impact things throughout the year. Again, first time that the National Federation of High Schools has implemented it for this season, as we have a foul on the other end.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like a I like
You're
when
indifferent. You're not necessarily a fan.
Well, I'm not going to say that, but rules were put in place for reasons, and everyone gets their 2 shots now.
Well, it's 54-16, and Bellamy knocking down that first, missing the second. Be sure to stay tuned here on News Channel Nebraska. We will be televising the boys' game as well. There's a theme. Future Husker Kennedy Williams for Lincoln Southwest. The boys' team for the Silverhawks also with a Husker commit that we'll be seeing.
All right.
Braden Frager, the name, as there's a basket for Stauffer.
Sure, we're going to be talking about that young man. And on the other side, Isaac Trout, remember that guy from Grand Island, 4-year starter, doing some really good things for another Nebraska D1 program at Creighton. Blue Jays currently ranked 10th in the nation. He had a really good game a couple nights ago. Until he got in the weight room, that 6'9" frame. He's got some muscle mass to him now.
Still remember it was, 5 or 6 years ago we were covering the Islanders. He was a 150-pound, 6'1" freshman, and then sophomore year he was 160 pounds, 6'8".
Yeah.
Then junior, senior year he started putting those pounds on. But yeah, 6 or 7 inches that he grew over one summer, and the rest is history. He's now playing at Creighton. A reminder that this fourth quarter is brought to you thanks to Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
Got a running clock now, and since we're in the shout-out mode here from these 2 programs, got some popcorn at halftime, and asked the young ladies that were working the concessions, okay, who's the most famous Silverhawk in Southwest history? And they might have been a little biased because I think there's some softball players working there. But they said Emma Koff. She played for Georgia Tech, and now she's rounding out her collegiate career. She transferred to Oregon, and Oregon's a nationally ranked team that's looking to make a run deep into the postseason. So Emma, if you're watching, you still got some big fans here at your alma mater, the Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest.
Well, and they've been fairly successful here at softball, so makes sense that that's one of the first names that comes to mind as a famous alum, as there's a timeout taken here at 4:07 on the clock.
I wasn't going to argue with the ladies. I mean, they were handling my food for starters.
You know, that's a good rule to follow. I would like to remind you we're getting closer to our post-game show, which will include an interview by winning head coach Tim Berta. That'll be a part of our Sarpy County Tourism interview, brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. I'll also be talking to our player of the game, and we'll have the top plays and all that fun stuff coming up.
Boy, there's a number of players that were able to kind of pile on some stats, so can't quite know exactly who we're going to be interviewing for player of the game. We're going to have to figure that out here in the last 4:07.
I think we can do it. It'll be tough, but that's why we're here.
We've done it before a couple of times.
That's right. So coming out of the timeout, 56-16. Again, the rule is if it's 40 points or more, it's a running clock, which is currently what we have. Ball stolen away. Stauffer nearly blocked.
And almost instantly at the start of that fourth period, head coach Berder substituted all 5 starters out. So we have seen a heavy dose of reserve players for the Silverhawks here in this second half. Turnaround, not there. That time for John. Once again, pushing the pace. Ladies Silverhawks running the court. Excellent play from Trainer, laying in with the left.
Trainer with that basket, the 9th Silverhawk to get on the score sheet. And a solid all-around performance for this Lincoln Southwest team, who has a quick turnaround. They travel to Millard South tomorrow to take on the Patriots, the defending state champs, although they did turn over a lot of seniors and are off to an 0-2 start.
Yeah, it was quite a run those seniors were on.
Like 3 or 4 of them had been starting since they were freshmen.
Yep. Very fun team to cover. Got the privilege to call a number of their games over the years. A lot of times at the state tournament.
Wells running the floor, and then the trailer, Piper Bellamy with the bucket.
Yeah, really from top to bottom, Silverhawks just do such a good run. Good job of running the court, understanding spacing, where they're supposed to be. It's just a kind of a beautiful thing to watch if you're a basketball purist and you like to push the tempo and you're guard heavy like this team is. Works very well for head coach Berder and the Lady Silverhawks.
Clock continuing to wind down here. Reminder that Lincoln High School Sports is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com, and also Currency, which makes financing quick, easy, and secure for machinery, ag equipment, and more. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Beatrice Community Hospital highlight. There's a foul as Bellamy was going up. She hits her first free throw. 5 points for Bellamy here in the fourth quarter to go along with 5 in the first quarter, putting her at 10 on the night. That three is short. That's a foul on Kreifels, also a timeout taken, so 18.5 to play, timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break and wrap things up when we return here on News Channel Nebraska. Full timeout on the floor. We're about to get to action and wrap things up here for the girls' contest between Lincoln Southwest and Grand Island. The boys' game to follow. Friday Night Hoops here on News Channel Nebraska. Baseline jumper is short. Ball is out of play. Clock continues to run. And this will wrap things up. So your official score in this one, Lincoln Southwest 61, Grand Island 16. The Silverhawks improved to 3-0 with the victory. Grand Island drops to 0-3. Stay with us here on News Channel Nebraska. Our post-game show is coming up next. We'll hear from head coach Berida and our player of the game.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Schaefer's. We're more than just TVs and appliances. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X at NCN Sports for highlights, interviews, rankings, and more.
If you're looking to be confident in the used vehicle you're buying, Midway's got it. Our lowest hassle-free prices every day on a great selection of Midway certified pre-owned vehicles. Buy confident at Midway Auto Dealerships in Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com.
Back at Lincoln Southwestern with winning head coach Tim Berida. Coach, you're kind of expected to win this one. You did. What can you take away from a game like this?
You always try to learn things during games like that. Grand Island's kind of a work in progress, and we knew that coming in. However, we talked at halftime. We didn't think we had the intensity we needed to defensively in the first half. I didn't think our effort was as good. We had a few kids playing really hard, a few kids just playing a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit selfish. But we were much better in the second half. Our defensive effort was better. We shared the ball better. All the way around, I thought we gave a better effort in the second half.
In that second half, you like to get in that half-court pressure. You did turn a lot of turnovers. Was that something you kind of stressed at that break?
Yeah, we said that we thought if we would just guard the point like they needed to and make things hard, getting the ball to the wing and things like that, that we could create some easy opportunities and get some run-out layups and things like that. But I also thought we executed better in the half-court set, which makes your life a little easier.
You have a lot of youth on this roster, a lot of sophomores, a couple of freshmen. You have one lone senior. What does that lone senior do for you, Miss Williams?
Well, she's one of those kids that, she's a coach's kid. She is my go-to. She probably knows our offense as good as I do. She's doing it, so in the process, she sees things that sometimes I don't even see. So she is truly a coach on the court, but she also is really good about getting everybody else involved. She's bringing our babies along slowly, and we'll get better as the U progresses. They just need to continue to follow her lead. Hardest worker we have. So if that's not good enough for them, then we got some issues.
Quick turnaround, right? You got a game tomorrow. What can you build on from a game like this today?
We need to take the positives that we did, but we also need to learn from the things that we didn't do very well and use those. Miller South's going to create some challenges. They're not the Miller South of old. However, they're still a pretty good basketball team, so we have our work to do. We'll get back in the gym tomorrow morning and go through scout and film and then go up to Omaha and see what happens.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Kennedy Williams, 17 points. You guys kind of won this one going away. What was your mindset heading into this one?
I mean, I took this game just like everyone else. We play hard, and our defensive intensity is always high no matter who we play. And I feel like first half, obviously, it wasn't as high as it was second half, but I still feel like we came out, we pressured them really hard in the half court, and it just kind of carried over in the second half, too.
Now, kind of the story of Southwest, a lot of youth, right, on the roster, a lot of sophomores, a couple of freshmen. You're the lone senior. What has that been like early on, kind of being the leader out there?
Yeah, I'm kind of used to being, like, a leader. I feel like on all the teams I've been on, I've kind of played that role. But just being the lone senior, I feel like I have a lot of people who look up to me, and I kind of accept that, and I honestly like it because I like when the people can look up to me, come ask me about if they have questions, and I can try and answer it for them and help them throughout the game so they feel a little bit more comfortable.
Now, you're a multi-sport athlete. It's well known that you're going to play at the next level at Nebraska, softball and basketball. How has that helped you playing other sports and then help you in basketball?
Yeah, you do like different things in all your sports, and I feel like playing soccer, like it helps with your footwork. Playing softball, like it helps with your hand-eye coordination. And then with basketball, like your conditioning is always like really good. You have to be moving a lot. So I feel like everything kind of complements each other, and it helps, like softball helps with basketball, basketball helps softball, and yeah.
Kenny, thank you for your time. Congratulations on a big win here at home.
Yes, thank you.
All righty, Brandon, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy, and congratulations to the Silverhawks on improving to 3-0, and Kennedy Williams for being our Nebraska Orthopedic Center Player of the Game. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destination. She had 17 points to lead all scores in this one. Well, let's jump out and take a look at our top plays brought to you by Currency. Capital City versus Central Nebraska. Girls action on a Friday night on News Channel Nebraska. The Silverhawks of Lincoln Southwest 2-0. Grand Island searching for its first win of the season. Lincoln Southwest starts out hot with Husker commit Kennedy Williams knocking down the three. She would finish in double-digit scoring. Grand Island, though, answering right back. Ellie Ward, this senior, says, I can knock down the three as well. Teams trading baskets early, and the Islanders scoring 7 points in the first quarter and going toe-to-toe with the Silverhawks at the start, but Kennedy Williams with some great defense turning into offense. Now great ball movement by the Silverhawks. Worked inside to the freshman Emerson Wells. She finished with 6 points on the night, and the Silverhawks had a 34-9 lead after halftime. Grand Island, though, continuing to battle and kicked out, and it's Lydia Youssef burying the three. GI, after a slow second quarter, did put up 7 more in the third. And how about the freshman again, Wells, getting her defender in the air and finishing with the bucket. The Silverhawks are rolling. Good follow-up action by Piper Bellamy, who finished with 9. Lincoln Southwest wins comfortably, improving to 3-0 with the 61-16 victory. And there were 9 different scorers on the score sheet for the Silverhawks. Those are your top plays, brought to you by Currency. A reminder that if you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency is here to help. Visit gocurrency.com. That will do it for our girls basketball coverage. We are about 4 minutes away from our pregame for the boys game. Lincoln Southwest and Grand Island boys coming up next here on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing